Here in this module we are going to take concept of inverse trigonometry. We will take help of questions also to understand. It is based on trigonometric substitutions. This is used not only in inverse trigonometric topic, this will be used in calculus frequently. So that's why you should understand the patterns. We can simplify the expressions of inverse trigonometric function whenever we are having some specific patterns. Like a square minus x square is given somewhere. This variable x can be substituted by a trigonometric function to make it an identity. Mainly, whenever such patterns are given with square root, under root they are given, then to simplify, we can replace variable by these functions so that they will be simplified. Like a square minus x square. If I replace x here by either a sin theta or a cos theta, then this will convert as a square minus a square sin square theta. I have taken a sin theta, this one. Either of them can be taken. Why did I select this one? If I take a square common from this, I am left with 1 minus sin square theta, and 1 minus sin square theta being identity, I can write this is cos square theta. So this has been simplified to a square cos square theta. Okay. So this is in the pattern. This is based on basic identities. This is whenever a square minus x square is given. Similarly, when a square plus x square is given, so we consider, we substitute x by a tan theta or a cot theta. Why? Once again you see, if I replace x by a tan theta, I will find a square plus a square tan square theta, taking a square common. This will become 1 plus tan square theta, which is further equal to sec square theta. Again can be simplified. I said whenever such expressions are given with the square root, so mainly that time these are too much needed, these substitutions. Further, this pattern we can replace x by a sec theta or a cosec theta to make it identity. What pattern? If I replace, I will find a square sec square theta minus a square. When a square is taken out, I am having sec square theta minus 1. Sec square theta minus 1 again is Pythagorean identity, can be written as tan square theta. So these are three basic patterns. Now rest two, these are reciprocals of each other. Whenever such a pattern where you can see a plus x, a minus x both, not only in rational form, whenever a plus x, a minus x are given in addition and subtraction also, in that case we should replace x by cos 2 theta or only tan theta. So I will explain what happens when we substitute x by these two. Here I have taken both of them. These are not the use of Pythagorean identities. Here, if I yes, one more thing. Here we have to take, whenever we are having this fourth pattern, a plus x upon a minus x or its reciprocal. Not only rational form, we are given the addition and subtraction of a plus x and a minus x in some expression. In all those cases, we should substitute x by a cos 2 theta or a tan theta. What happens if I replace by a cos 2 theta here? So this will become a plus x substituted by the same. This becomes a cos 2 theta upon a minus a cos 2 theta. So as soon as I take a common, cancel out, left with 1 plus cos 2 theta, 1 minus cos 2 theta. I see that 1 plus cos 2 theta is a 2 cos square theta and 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sin square theta, and when simplified we are left with cot square theta. Every time they have been simplified to a square term, but not so when we get a tan theta. If I replace x by a tan theta, I am having a plus a tan theta, a minus a tan theta, when a taken common cancelled out, 1 plus tan theta upon 1 minus tan theta, which makes it identity tan pi by 4 plus theta, depends on the condition. In general, we apply this pattern cos 2 theta. Okay, but sometimes this also is applicable. I say depends on the condition. Okay, mainly when this is given with square root, so for sure you should go with a cos 2 theta pattern. Okay, now we will see its application with 2-3 questions. Let's start here. Like here we are given sine, we have to simplify sine of twice 2 tan inverse root 1 minus x upon 1 plus x. Again, choice of students. You can ask one thing, you may think that whether this can be solved directly without substitution. Yes, it can be done, but I will suggest not always. Okay, depends. Here, how can we simplify? Let's see. We have to compare the pattern. I see it is under root. First thing, you are given under root 1 minus x upon 1 plus x, and pattern number 4. We see that pattern number 4 can be compared with this, and it is given under root. That's why recently I said, whenever you are given with square root, you have to use cos 2 theta pattern. So value of a is 1. So that's why we will consider, we will write here this way, let x be cos 2 theta. As soon as I say so, this can be written as sine twice tan inverse under root 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 1 plus cos 2 theta. Identity, use of trigonometric identity can be done, and we find here it is 2 sine square theta upon 2 cos square theta, and after simplifying 2 and 2 cancelled out, this will become tan square theta. So because of root we find 2 tan inverse only tan theta. Square root with square can be cancelled out. Okay. Now what else is left? We see that as no condition is provided, this tan inverse and tan by the law of cancellation can be directly cancelled. We are left with sine, these two cancelled out, sine of 2 theta. Okay. Now be careful. This was to simplify. We were given this in terms of x, so answer also will be presented in terms of x only. I replaced x by this cos 2 theta. So from this we have to deduce what is the value of sin 2 theta. As cos 2 theta is x, so we can convert sin 2 theta as 1 under root 1 minus cos square 2 theta by Pythagorean identity. We know that sin theta is under root 1 minus cos square theta. Replacing cos 2 by x, I find this is under root 1 minus x square, and simplify. So this was a theory. You can see that there was nothing complicated if I replace. Yes, but if you directly use identity, so this may be a bit complicated. So depends on choice. You will take more equations. See that. Here is example 2. It's of cos inverse. Angle is given 1 plus under root 1 plus x square upon twice of 1 plus under root 1 plus x square and whole raised to the power 1 by 2. Now as I said, when we are given square root expression, see the pattern inside. It is 1 plus x square in numerator, denominator. 1 plus x square can be compared to the second pattern. Obviously the value of a here is 1. So we will replace x by a tan theta means 1 tan theta. Only tan theta will be taken to simplify the expression. As we need to simplify, we will write here let x be equal to only tan theta. So given expression can be written as cos inverse 1 plus under root 1 plus tan square theta upon twice of under root 1 plus tan square theta and whole to the power 1 by 2. We know that under root 1 plus tan square theta is the identity, Pythagorean identity, which is equal to sec theta. Root 1 plus tan square theta, this is equal to sec theta. If you don't know, better to mug up. Keep in mind it is from 10th standard. Yes. Now this is equal to cos inverse, as I write 1 plus this becomes sec theta upon twice sec theta and 1 by 2. Now to simplify, as recently I said, students are friendly with sine and cos. convert in terms of sine and cos, we find cos inverse, this will become 1 plus 1 upon cos, it is 2 into 1 upon cos. Taking LCM and simplifying, we are having cos inverse cos theta plus 1 upon 2. Now, if you are not aware, I will use the same identity what in the beginning I spoke. 1 plus cos theta can be converted as 2 cos square theta by 2. Here 1 by 2 raised to the power we have to continue. Cos inverse, this is 2 cos square theta by 2 divided by 2 and raised to the power 1 by 2. Now obviously as we are given raised to the power 1 by 2 which is square root actually. So this is square and this 1 by 2. No condition is provided, so can directly be cancelled out. We are further left with cos inverse cos theta by 2. Now by law of cancellation we are left with theta by 2. But again I will speak, as we are not given theta, we considered it to be x equal to tan theta, so we have to deduce, we have to get the value of this theta from the same relation. So from here I see theta, this is equal to tan inverse. Whenever x is tan theta, we can say theta is equal to tan inverse x. So this will be half of theta means tan inverse x, and simplify. I hope you have understood. This is the next application. One more question we will see to understand it better. Now in this example, I see the simple question is given. We need to simplify this. Cos inverse a upon under root x square minus a square. Simplify. I see one portion of this expression is root under root x square minus a square. Can be compared to third pattern. And that's equal to, we need to take a sec theta. This time, yes, we are given x square minus a square. Some value other than 1. We have to be alert. So this time we need to take sec theta. When we will consider that x be a sec theta. As soon as I take, I know that this will become cot inverse a upon under root a square sec square theta minus a square. And when this a square, you see it is common. With the square root, when it is taken out, will turn a can be cancelled out with the numerator. Writing this as a under root sec square theta minus 1. After cancellation, I know that under root sec square theta minus 1 is basic identity, which is equal to tan theta. So it comes 1 upon tan theta. But 1 upon tan theta is a reciprocal of cot. So cot theta here. No condition given. Cot to cot inverse by law of cancellation can be written as theta. And we have to write the original value from the relation. How? We need to find theta. So first of all, this coefficient will be shifted as x upon a. This will become x upon a. Then sec will be taken as sec inverse. So we can write this is sec inverse x upon a. Compulsorily we need to write in terms of x. This way, this is the simplest form of given equation. Now this was a direct application of such theories. But sometimes few questions are there which may confuse students. You may think them to be the same pattern. So every time it's not so. We will take 2-3 questions on that pattern also. Let's start. I have taken first question to simplify this one. Sine inverse 2 raised to the power x plus 1 into 3 raised to the power x upon 1 plus 36 raised to the power x. If I think of some pattern of substitution here, we are not bound to substitution. Reason, first of all, no square root is given. Okay, one thing. In their case, also, we are given in power this x only. Okay. So that's why a square root will not help us. Although substitution actually are based on to simplify square root. Then how can we go ahead with this equation? This again is based on trigonometric identities. Let's see. We can consider this to be specific equation. This is sine inverse. First of all, this is 36 raised to the power x. Here, this 2 raised to the power x plus 1 can be split up like 2 raised to the power x into 2 into 3 raised to the power x, and in denominator 1 plus this 36x can be written as 6 square raised to the power x. Why am I doing so? Because I know in numerator what's going on. It is 2 into 3, 6. In denominator 36 also can be written in terms of 6. Further, if I go, I see sine inverse, these two separated, these two are with same power, so they can combine as 6 raised to the power x. X are common, so 2 3s are 6, we will get raised to the power x. Here this can be written as 1 plus, by laws of exponent this x can be taken in and 2 out. We can write 6x raised to the power 2. Don't forget, if sine inverse is given, do your best to avail some sign inside so that we can cancel by the law of cancellation. Okay, now there is the repetition of variable x. Twice of 6 raised to the power x upon 1 plus 6 raised to the power x square means whatever now is to be substituted is 6 raised to the power x only. In that case, we need to see the identity of trigonometry, which identity resembles such pattern. If you are perfect, then in my opinion so far you might have got it. That which function should be taken as 6 raised to the power x? We will take 6 raised to the power x as tan theta. Why are we doing so? Now you will see it becomes sine inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. As soon as I write, this is the identity of sine 2 theta. I have explained in earlier lectures. You can take a revision. Here it comes sine inverse sine 2 theta. As soon as I get so, these two cancel out, the target is over. It is twice of theta, but again I will say we have to write theta in terms of originally x. So theta, this will be equal to tan inverse 6 raised to the power x twice tan inverse 6 raised to the power x. In the same sequence, I have taken second equation. Again, in expression we are not within square root, so be alert. Substitution of basic pattern is not a must. So this you should compare with some identity outside cos inverse is given. If we can avail it here, cos inverse, this can be written as 1 minus x raised to the power n whole square upon 1 plus x to the power n whole square. Now I was having a pattern when a plus x, a minus x both appear, then we replace x by cos 2 or tan. Okay, now verbally I am trying to explain if you can understand. If I replace this by cos 2 theta, so we are concluding in terms of tan. I said outside it is cos inverse. What I mean to say, if I write here 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 1 plus cos 2 theta, then simplifying we will have tan theta. But tan theta and that also tan square theta. So we cannot be cancelled with cos inverse. That's why that path we have to avoid. Now tan theta, suppose I take in place of this one. So this will again convert in tan pi by 4 minus theta identity. So that's why those two paths are not helpful in this case directly. Somehow we can get. But here, what else we can do? I tell you. Here take only x to the power n as theta. Only, not square. If I take so, this expression becomes 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Now this is helpful to us. We can't take x to the power n whole square as tan theta. Only x to the power n is tan theta. How is this helpful? If you remember, this again is the identity of cos 2 theta. So you can write cos inverse cos 2 theta. Cancelled out. We are left with 2 theta only. Replacing theta by the value, we have tan inverse x to the power n. This way, we have seen these are the patterns where we need help of trigonometric identities but they may get mixed with the patterns of substitution. Okay, we'll take one more last question to see such patterns. In this example, we are having tan inverse x upon 1 plus 6x is equal to simplify. This belongs to a different category of equations. You see, here we are having 1 plus 6x square, not only x square. This is one thing, other it's even without square root. So substitution pattern for sure is not going to be applicable. Why I say this is a specific pattern and different one? See, to simplify, I will take help of the identity of tan inverse. I am having inverse trigonometric identity as tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. This is equal to tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, or tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy equal to tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Why right so? Actually, this equation is the application of these identities. What? We see that, like if I catch first one, here in second term, both of the identities. In second term, we need in denominator the product of two values, and in numerator, we need the difference or addition of those two values. Keep in mind what I said. In second term, in denominator, we need the product of two values, and in numerator, we need the difference or addition, sum or difference of those same values. Here, I find that first of all, we are given x square, and in numerator, we are having x. So for sure, if I factorize this second term in two parts, then their difference must be equal to this 1x. Then obviously, as coefficient of x is 1, we need to think of the factors of 6. That what factors of 6 having difference or addition as 1. Yes, I hope you have got it so far. The factors of 6 are 3 and 2. Then difference will be 1. So we can use here as 3x minus 2x and 1 plus 3x into 2x. This was the purpose. Now you can see it's looking like the first identity, x minus y upon 1 plus xy. So here we can directly write this as tan inverse x means 3x minus tan inverse y as 2x. Simplified. Okay. So this way we can apply inverse trigonometric identities to simplify. So I hope this module will help you out to understand different questions. Thank you.